Alright, y'all. Hey, welcome back. My name's Anna. I'm almost 31 years old. I will be 31 this Sunday. This is going to be my pantry tour. I try to update this every now and then to show you guys what's going on, just so you can see what I'm working with. I'm someone who shops sales and buys multiple items when they are priced low. That way I have them when I need them. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. I do utilize digital coupons and fetch rewards whenever they're available. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. We'll start at the top and work our way down. So up here is mostly my baking stuff. At the back we have some dry cereal because I have 7 nieces and nephews and I don't always feel well enough to get up and make breakfast from scratch whenever they stay over for a few days. So that's the easy stuff, but I can make homemade muffins and stuff. I've got whole wheat flour, self-rising flour, all-purpose flour, and then there's bread flour next to that. Baking powder, baking soda, brown sugar, chocolate chips, cornstarch, rice and beans is back there, and that the open ones are in that container back there. This shelf is a mixture of pasta, baking stuff, and some prepackaged easy foods. So this is my pasta. I've got egg noodles, rice noodles, macaroni noodles, and I think there's one pack of spaghetti noodles in there somewhere. But I'm trying to get through the pasta I have. I really need to use up these elbow noodles. So because my dad, it's just my dad and I here that live here full time. So I like the elbow noodles. He's not a massive fan, so we're trying to get through. I want to try to get through those so I can just repurchase the ones we will eat. We've got some stuffing left over from the holiday season that needs used up. I'll probably use those to make either meatloaf or meatballs. Or we do have a crock pot meal we do with either chicken or pork that is like, it's like a mini Thanksgiving kind of thing. It's cream of chicken, green beans, or mixed veggies, whatever you have in your freezer or on your shelf, really, and some kind of meat with that sprinkled on top. So, Crisco for my baking, cat treats, because I have 2 cats. I've got 3 boxes of the Lipton French onion soup mix stuff, beefy onion soup mix, whatever, that is used in a lot of my recipes. That's oats, that's potato flakes. I have a few of these Knorr cups. These were on a fetch deal, and I wanted something easy in my pantry for me to just throw if I needed to, so I've got those for mostly me, I guess. My dad's Spanish rice, and my Mexican-style rice. He likes this brand, I like that one, because I can throw that in my rice cooker, and it works. 1 box of Jiffy Corn Muffin Mix. This whole thing is Knorr pasta sides. There's only Alfredo and cheddar broccoli in there. Those are the 2 we like. They're the 2 I like. My dad would probably eat any of them, but those are the 2 that I like. So that's what that is. And again, those were on a fetch deal, and I got a bunch of money back for them on top of them being on sale. I utilized coupons and store sales to get those. So they ended up being, like, after the money back, the gift cards, the sales, honestly, I paid maybe 50 cents per pack, so there's that. These were part of a fetch deal recently, and I wanted them so that I could make some homemade donuts, and as well, my birthday is on Sunday, so I'm going to make some cupcakes with my nieces and nephews if they come over this weekend, and I've got sprinkles in the cabinet so that they can decorate and have fun. We're going to make the yellow cake is my favorite simple cake, so yellow cake with chocolate icing. On the next shelf down, we've got, this is a little bit of the canned stuff, and then there's my excess sauces and stuff. So here we've got black beans, chili beans, creamed corn, broccoli cheese. So these are things that I don't have a lot of that need used. And then there's the green chili enchilada sauce. I'm going to learn how to make this from scratch. I know how to do it, I just haven't done it. But I've got those for an emergency. We've got pinto beans, because this is the bean I use the most. And then that is like emergency, throw with some hot dogs, and there's a meal. I also got this for emergency because sometimes we can't get to the store and I need milk for a recipe. So I've got 3 cans of evaporated milk. We use vegetable oil a lot when we're frying something. So we've got 2 things of vegetable oil. We tend to use it for like fried potatoes, or if we need to quick fry some corn tortillas for tacos or something. Got 1 Italian dressing, 2 barbecues, a strawberry jelly back there. That's ketchup. That's coconut aminos, sesame oil, honey. That's garlic powder. I'm almost out of my little container, so I bought that to refill it. The Hellmann's mayo, again, was on sale, plus a coupon, plus a fetch deal. So I had $2 off 2, and then the fetch deal gave me back like $2 in points or something like that, and then plus they were on sale, so I did not pay the $6 price tag for the Hellmann's mayo. That's for sure. Parmesan cheese, because my sister bought an extra when she was here, and I already had some, so that's still not opened. Down here is cream of wheat, an extra dark brown sugar. Okay, sorry about the jump cut there. Had to go do something real quick. So this is, like I said, it's cream of wheat and my dark brown sugar for my baking. I've got some sushi nori wrap stuff there. That's my potatoes. I did put them, I used to just keep them in a bag, but then, like, as I learned, you need to have them in a somewhat dark, cool space with air holes so that they have airflow. So that's worked, and they've lasted a lot longer for me. This is the snack bin. There is candy and crackers and all kinds of stuff down in there. Pop-Tarts. That's for the children's. That's mine, though. That I got for Christmas. That's mine. The rest of that's for the kids. The saltines are for soup and stuff. I'll just go right here real quick before I go to the other shelf. This is my sugar. Recently, a lot of the money I've been saving, I did end up spending a chunk of it because I needed to fill my pantry and update some stuff because I'm making some lifestyle changes, and that comes with expenses. So sugar, salt, that's the open peanut butter. This is the 1 Gatorade I have here. My bags and parchment paper and tinfoils behind that. This is the leftover sauces from restaurants we go to, so it's like duck sauce, soy sauce, mustard. Okay, now, I forgot to point out, I do have a couple of quick muffin mixes. Those are for emergency situations. I can make muffins from scratch. I far prefer my homemade muffins to those, but you know. Okay, so this is like my bulk shopping can shelf because this shelf is sturdy, and I like the spacing on the bars here more than there because they always mess up with that. So, okay, here we have tuna. This tuna was like buy 10 for 10. So I've stocked up because my dad and I started eating a lot of tuna sandwiches. And if I'm not making like a imitation crab meat, like California roll kind of thing with sushi, it would be a spicy tuna sushi roll. So there's that. The small little, what size is it? 4-ounce cans of diced green chilies. I don't care about brand. I just buy whatever's cheapest and what's on sale. These were like 80 cents or something. So I use these in a lot of my Hispanic cooking. That we just really like the taste of diced green chilies. So I use it in a lot of stuff. So I stock up. Fruit-wise, these are usually like $1 each to 2 for $3, somewhere in there. That's usually what it is. So I'll grab a can of pears and I'll grab a can of peaches, and that's my fruit for the week. Canned fruit that I buy. Cream of chicken. It's usually $4 for $5, but it was recently 10 for 10, so I stocked up a little bit. I've had that for a while. It just needs used up, so I have it sitting there so it's within my line of sight. This is where we keep bread. This is my homemade no-knead bread, homemade biscuit that I made, and what's left of our corn tortillas. That's what we have for bread products right now. Down here, these are my diced tomatoes. Again, we don't care about brand. I buy what's on sale. Brand does not matter to me. There are very few things that need to be brand name for me, okay? So we've got diced tomatoes, 1 tomato paste, some tomato sauces. I've got the bigger cans and a couple of the smaller cans because you never know what you need it for. El pato, this is something that needs to be name brand. This is my dad's. He likes the el pato for our tacos. That's what we use it for. Chef Boyardee, again, this is something that has to be name brand. This is my favorite pizza sauce. I have not found a homemade one that I like more than I like this, so we eat this. I know it's processed, it's gross, but it is what it is. That's what I grew up with, and that's what we like. Peanut butters. They were on a buy 5, save 5 deal, so I bought 5 and saved 5. Plus they were on sale, so there's all that stuff, so, and I had a coupon, so, yeah. I do really utilize, I shop at Kroger a lot. My local affiliate is a Pick and Save, so that's where I shop. So a lot of the stuff I buy is Kroger brand or Meyer brand. Pasta sauces, I do want to learn how to make this from scratch, but I'm still learning and I'm doing it slowly so that I don't burn myself out. So I do have some quick jar sauces because they're just easy for me right now. Especially with the pinched sciatic nerve, and it's not fun. These were buy 5, save 5 deal, the sauces. So I've got 3 of the regular and then 2 of the roasted pepper, fire roasted salsa verde ones. And then those are my vegetables. I've got sliced carrots, cut green beans, and whole kernel golden corn, sweet corn. Those are the 3 canned vegetables I tend to keep in stock. We like the carrots with butter and brown sugar. The green beans usually with, if they're not going into a dish, it's usually as a side with some butter and some dried diced onion cooked up. And then there's the corn is usually used for casseroles and stuff. We don't normally eat that as just a plain side. But if I have the kids over and I have to make them lunch, that's usually the vegetable they prefer. And then on the bottom there are some extra boxes, my air fryer, and some dry milk for storage purposes. So that is everything on my pantry shelves. Give me 1 second and I will show you my freezer. Real quick before we go to the freezer, these are my updated spice racks. I did buy some new containers, so we've got Spanish paprika, some empty jars, bay leaves, ground ginger, oregano, ground cayenne. We got Slap Your Mama. My sister told me to get that. Dried minced onion. This is like, what's it called? Tahini? It's kind of like that. Red pepper flakes, cinnamon, vanilla and almond extracts. That's cumin, garlic powder, salt, pepper, onion powder, and chili powder. And then that's an extra vanilla. So that's my spice racks. That's what I generally keep. Above my stove is my cabinet. That's where we keep the open oil and big things of spices. And then you can see I've got big things of bouillon. There's the chicken. Back there's the chicken tomato and the beef. That's where all that stays. And on this side is my baking cups and some sprinkles in that box. Right, so my freezer is fairly well stocked right now. So for meat, what I do is I shop the discount meat and I will package it up with a food saver and put it in my freezer. So I have it when I need it. These are some egg rolls from Dollar Tree. They're really good. I bought these popsicles for the kids for $1. They were like 4 for $1 or something. I've got bacon. I bought a couple packs of bacon and then separated it into 8 different little packs because, like I said, it's just me and my dad, so we don't need a lot. I got a couple of pork loins that I did up. That's what this is. My open vegetables, my bagged frozen vegetables. We got some chorizo there. We got beef stew meat, ground beef, more bacon, chicken nuggets for the kids, pork that I diced up and freezer bagged. We've got several bags of pizza rolls back there. And again, it's all the way back, it's just meat. This is my yeast because I don't want it to go to waste. And then there's lots of chicken legs because I bought 2 family-sized pack of chicken legs and then packaged it out. These are my dad's diced potatoes. Woo, that went blurry. Diced potatoes that he likes. So that's what's in our freezer. And our fridge is kind of rather empty. I made some General Tso-style beef stir fry. We got eggs, milk, water, margarine. These are open sauces. This is what I use for my stir fries and stuff. Basically, I got mirin soy sauce. That's a I forgot the technical name for it. The sauce they put on the crunchy crab rolls for sushi when you buy it. That's what that is. We got barbecue sauce, mustard, ketchup, all that stuff. Basic condiments, more yeast, oat milk. That's my dad's. My dried buttermilk. But yeah, that's our fridge. This is cheese. And then on my freezer, I keep this little dry erase pad where I use my markers and I try to keep an idea of what I want to make for dinners, and then that's my list of things I need for the house. So anyway, that was my freezer and pantry tour. Sorry, I've got reflecting going on right now. But that was my freezer and pantry tour. A few things are changing budget-wise. A lot of my savings got spent on some things that I needed for my garden that I'm going to start, that I've already started. I've started my seedlings. And then I needed to buy some things for my pantry and my kitchen. So that's where a bunch of it went. I'm also going to be changing up the way I budget. I will still be cash stuffing my sinking funds and savings. I'm thinking about starting the 100 envelope challenge. And then my main purchases for stuff like household and groceries are going to be done on my card. I'm either going to use my bank card or I'm going to purchase a reloadable debit card so that I have my budget on there. This is so I can easier keep track of expenses that way. I have been having trouble with just constantly spending and overspending, and I'm trying out different methods to see what works best for me. So that's an update I figured I would give you guys at the end of this video. Anyhow, if you enjoyed this video or you would like to watch more of what comes in the future, I do some budgeting videos, I do some food videos, I do life videos and book videos occasionally. That's what I tend to do. If you're interested, go ahead and subscribe. I also will leave my Fetch link in the description if anyone wants to try and use that. I just recently redeemed $60 worth of gift cards for Amazon so that I could purchase some household things and a birthday gift for my niece. So that it's worth it to me. I scan every receipt I get, and I get points for every receipt. Even if it's just a little bit, it adds up. So, but yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.